Hello dear students, I am Srimati Bharti Alikatti, your basic maths lecturer welcomes you to the online class. As we have discussed in our previous class about some sums for 3 marks and 5 marks from the exercise 13.1 in the lesson angles and T ratios. So we also learned some expressions converting into radians as well as sexagesimal measure. So in this session we will do some more examples, then we will move towards the acute angles, ratios of acute angles. So before that, let us discuss some examples which are very important for your exam point of view. First one, the greatest angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is double the least and the difference of the other two angles is 30 degree. Find the angles in radians. So read the question carefully, students. Here the greatest angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is given. So according to a cyclic quadrilateral, sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is equals to 180 degree. I repeat, in a cyclic quadrilateral, sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is equals to 180 degree. Based on this property, we will solve the other angles, all the angles in a cyclic quadrilateral, as well as we'll convert that angles into radians. So let's start. Let us consider ABCD be a cyclic quadrilateral. Then the property says that sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is equals to 180 degrees. Therefore, if angle A is greatest, then C must be least, its opposite angle. Therefore, sum of greatest angle as well as the least angle must be equals to 180 degree. But given that angle A is double the angle C, that means we have considered angle A is greatest, that is equals to 2 times, that is double of angle C. Therefore, substitute angle A equals to 2 times angle C in the previous step. We get 3 times angle C is equals to 180 degree. Then angle C will be equals to 180 divided by 3, you get 60 degree. One angle we found now, that is angle C is equals to 60 degree. Substitute this in angle A, which is equals to 2 times angle C, that is angle C is equals to 60 degree. 60 into 2 is 120 degree. Now we found two angles, that is angle A and its opposite side angle, that is angle C. Now the remaining angle, what is given? The clue in the question, the difference of the other two angles is 30 degree. That means angle B and angle D is equals to 30 degree. But we know that the remaining other two angles also equals to 180 degree by the property. Therefore, make these two equations, that is angle B plus angle D is equals to 180 degree and angle B minus angle D is equals to 30 degree. Solve these two equations. Simply add these two equations so that angle D will get cancelled. Opposite signs will get cancelled. Angle B plus angle B is equals to 2 times angle B, which is equals to 180 degree plus 30 degree is equals to 210 degree. Now angle B will be equals to 210 degree divided by 2, which is equals to 105 degree. Fine. Now substitute angle 5 either in first equation, that is angle B plus angle D equal to 180, otherwise difference between these two is equals to 30 degree, you get angle D. That is, in first equation we have substituted 180 degree minus 105, you get the last angle, that is angle D, which is equal to 75 degree. I hope you understood these steps. With the given hints and the property, if you use properly, you will get all the other 4 angles. Therefore, the angles are 120 degree, 105 degree, 60 degree and 75 degree. Now, according to the question, we have to convert these 4 angles into radians. Just multiply all the angles by pi upon 180, you will get the required answer. Okay, I am leaving this for you students, just try them. We move towards the next question, that is, the angles of a quadrilateral are in arithmetic progression such that the greatest is double the least. Express the least angles in radians. Here, read the question one more time students, so that you will understand the data properly. Here, the 4 angles are in AP. Fine. Therefore, consider the 4 angles of a quadrilateral which are A minus 3D degree, comma, A minus D degree, A plus T degree, A plus 3D degree. Now, sum of all the 4 angles which is equals to 360 degree. Why? Because angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Now, here minus 3D will get cancelled with plus 3D. Minus D will get cancelled with plus D. Now, add all the 4 A's, that is equals to 360 degree. Then A will be equals to 360 divided by 4, which is equals to 90 degree. Now, what is given in the data? The greatest angle is double the least. That is, here in the 4 angles, the greatest angle is A plus 3D and the smallest angle is A minus 3D. So, by the question, A plus 3D is equals to 2 times A minus 3D. Now, solve for the value of D here, as we already found the value of A. Substitute, simplify, you get angle D, which is equals to 10 degree. Now, here they have asked only express the least angles in radians. Least angle, that is A minus 3D, which is equals to A is 90 degree minus 3 times D value is 10 degree. So, 3 tens are 30. 90 minus 30 is 60 degree. Now, in radians, 60 degree can be written as pi upon 3. Multiply 60 degree into pi upon 180 also, you get the least angle value in radians is equals to pi upon 3 radians. I hope students understood this. Next question. The angles of a triangle are in arithmetic progression and the greatest is 5 times the least. Find the angles in radians. Here in the question, it is about the triangle. So, let us consider the 3 angles are in arithmetic progression. So, that will be A minus D, A plus D. 3 angles of a triangle are given. So, make it equal to 180 degree. So, minus D plus D will get cancelled. A plus A will become 3A, which is equals to 180 degree. Then A value will be equals to 180 upon 3, which is equals to 60 degree. Now, according to the question, the greatest angle is A plus D, which is equals to 5 times the least. That least value is A minus D we have taken here. Now, in the next step, A plus D is equals to, open the bracket, multiply it by 5, you get 5A minus 5d. Then shift the like terms one side and solve for the value of d. Now also you just substitute the value of a that we have found just now, that is equals to 4 into 60 divided by 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 tens are 60. 10 into 4 is 40 degree. That is value of A is 60 degree here and value of D is 40 degree. Now substitute these two values in the angles what we have considered. Then we get 20 degree, 60 degree and 100 degree. Now convert these three angles into radians by multiplying these three angles by pi upon 180 respectively. Okay. I hope students will understand this. Now, before to move towards the exercise 13.2, let me introduce some little basic concepts, that is trigonometric ratios of acute angle. So in this chapter we shall introduce 6 trigonometric ratios for an acute angle and find the relation between them. So in the textbook given we have so many properties and the relation between the T ratios. So I hope you will do this by referring the textbooks. So we will use all the basic identities and some worked examples followed by the textbook. Okay, now let's move towards the exercise number 13.2. So first one, if sin theta is equals to 3 upon 5 and theta is acute, then find all the other t functions of theta. Okay, here sin theta is given, that is equals to 3 upon 5. Then we know the identity sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is equals to 1. So in that we know sin theta value. Now to find the value of cos theta, just shift sin square theta to the RHS under root. You get a cos theta value also. That is cos theta is equals to square root of 1 minus sin square theta, that is equals to 1 minus sin theta value is 3 by 5 and its square will become 9 upon 25. Now take LCM. 25 into 1, 25 minus 9 will be 16 divided by 25. Now square root of 16 and 25, when you will remove it out, it becomes 4. That is square root of 16 is 4 and square root of 25 is 5. Okay. Now tan theta is written as the ratio between sin theta and cos theta. That is, find the ratio between sin theta, that is 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Both the denominators will get cancelled. It will be remained with 3 by 4. So this is the value of tan theta. Similarly, the remaining 3 angles functions we get by taking the reciprocals of their angles. That is, cosec theta will be nothing but 1 upon sin theta, that is reciprocal of sin theta is nothing but cosec theta, which is equals to 5 by 3, and sec theta is nothing but 1 by cos theta, which is equals to 5 by 4, and cot theta is nothing but 1 by tan theta, that is 4 by 3. Okay. Next one, if tan theta is equals to 4 by 3, theta is acute, then find cosec theta and sec theta. Here the given term is tan theta, which is nothing but 4 by 3, and they have asked us to find cosec theta as well as sec theta. Okay. Now the reciprocal of tan theta is nothing but cot theta. that is cot theta is nothing but here 3 by 4. The reciprocal of tan theta is nothing but cot theta. Therefore, its value become 3 by 4. Now, we know that cosec square theta is equals to 1 plus cot square theta, the basic identities. Okay, students, you need to practice all the basic identities by writing it 2-3 times every day. Now, use the basic identities for this question and then solve it. Cosec theta will be found by taking the square root for the step 1 plus cot square of theta. Cot theta is nothing but 3 by 4. So its square will become 9 by 16. Take LCM and take the root also. Okay, 16 plus 1, 16. 16 into 1 is 16 plus 9 is 25. 25 by 16 is nothing but, after taking the root, you get 5 by 4. Similarly, do for sec square theta, which is equals to 1 plus tan square theta, which is again a basic identity. Now, to find the value of sec theta, you take the square root for the RHS part, that is square root of 1 plus 16 by 9. Same, solve for this, take the root, you get 5 by 3. Okay. Next one. So, I have skipped some examples for you. So, they are very easy, similar type questions. I hope you will try this. So, next question, 7th one, from the same exercise 13.2. If x value is given, that is a cos theta, y is equals to a sin theta, then show that x square plus y square, which is equals to a square. So, here see students, take LHS and substitute the value of x and make it the square. So, x is given, that is a cos theta. So, its square will become a square cos square of theta. Similarly, y square becomes a square into sin square of theta. Now, in the LHS, after substituting, which is common, just you take it outside and inside the bracket, which will remain, that you make it properly, write down it, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equals to a square into 1. Why? Because we know the value of sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is equals to 1. Basic identity. Therefore, a square into 1 is equals to a square, which is the required RHS. Next one, 8th one. If x is given, that is a into cos cube of theta and y is equals to a into sin cube of theta, then show that x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3, which is equals to a to the power 2 by 3. Here again follow the same steps. Observe the question carefully. X is given, that is a into cos cube of theta and y is given a into sin cube of theta. So, raise to the power 2 by 3 in the LHS, then split two terms what is there in the bracket. So, in the bracket there are two terms a and cos cube of theta. So, just raise both the terms to the power 2 by 3. That is, in the second step, a raised to 2 by 3 and cos square theta. Why? Because 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 3 into 2 by 3, both 3 will get cancelled. Therefore, I have written here directly. Similarly, plus a to the power 2 by 3 into sin raised to 2 theta. Here also same, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. It will be remained with 2 only. Now, again what is common? Just observe the step carefully. A to the power 2 by 3 is common. Then inside the bracket, you get cos square theta plus sin square theta. and the value of this is nothing but 1. After substituting this, you get the required answer. Okay. Next one. Prove that type of questions. So purely based on the identities and their properties. So if you make these identities and properties properly, practice it more times, you can solve it within a minute. So first one, prove the following. First one, cos A into tan A, which must be equal to sin of A. Here, cos A write down as it is. Tan A can be written as sin A upon cos A. Now, cos A can be cancelled. You get sin of A, which is the required RHS. Only one step answer. Next, second one, tan square of theta, tan square of A into 1 minus sin square of A, which must be equal to sin square of A. So here, tan square of A can be written as sin square of A upon cos square of A into, again from the basic identities, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. From that, you can change 1 minus sin square A as cos square of A. Then cos square of A, from the numerator to denominator, terms will get cancelled. It will be remained with sin square of A, which is the required answer. I hope students will practice these sums again and again. With more sums of short answer as well as 2 marks questions, we will meet you in the next session. Thank you.